All right, so this is my opening and listening to the reissue of My Bloody Valentine's Loveless. The absolute statement on 90s shoegaze. Everything that followed was, I think, somewhat derivative of what MBV did. So I'm going to open it up and then we're going to put it on the player over here and listen to it. It's a full analog cut. I bought this in New Zealand at Marbecks. So Marbecks did not pay me to say this, but if you're ever stuck in the central business district of Auckland, Britomart is a great area to explore. But inside, I think it's called Queen's Crossing, Queen's Arcade, something like that. You'll find Marbecks, and it's a wonderful little record store with a nice selection of electronic and dance records. This was in their rock section, and I really recommend checking them out. Okay, so I'm going to pause and pull the record out. Okay, so the first thing I need to do is open this up. And as my friend Fritz said, explicit, like you can't even hear what they're saying on this album. It's like so overly engineered. So this album was famous as the album that, I'm not sure if they nearly bankrupted or actually bankrupted Creation Records, but cost something like $500,000 in today's dollars to produce this record. So that's with current exchange rates. With the exchange rates at the time, it was probably more like $1 million. This is an independent label, Creation Records. And if you notice, Domino. We have Domino Records here, not Creation Records. I don't see Creation Records anywhere on here. I think Sire distributed this in the US. There's a whole Wikipedia page on it, so go check it out. Don't listen to me. Okay, so I'm gonna continue opening this. I made the initial cut up here. You can see. I'll come back after I finished opening it. All right, so I've made the cut all the way across. This is all open now, and we're going to hear the full analog recording of Loveless. Okay, so here it is in the sleeve. Taking it out, it's absolutely pristine. So I just switched to wide angle. So sorry if it's distorted. So it's not the thickest vinyl. Let's say it's middleweight. I think a lot of the vinyl that I'm paying, the equivalent to 79 New Zealand dollars. I don't know what the equivalent is in the US. $45 is like heavy vinyl. This is kind of lightweight, but it's imported to New Zealand and now to the United States. Took a circuitous route. I think it was made in Germany. All right, let's lift this up. Let's put it on the platter. And I think it's already accumulated a little bit of dust. You need an air filter in here. Okay, so let's turn on, this is a Denon. I think you can pick one of these up for like $100 or less. It's a nice 40-watt amp. It's got, you know, 2 sets of speakers can be hooked up. It's 1989 technology, so I'm going to put the phono on. It does have an internal preamp for phono, and you can switch that off and use your turntables phono or get your own phono stage if you want. So just gonna, so turn it on. Yeah, this turntable is, I feel like it's kind of pretentious, and I just want to get something simpler, like a project turntable, the brand, not like I want to put it together. But it's an Audio Technica, and you know, it's meant to sort of look like the old Technics LP 1200, was it? You know, it's pretty much a direct copy of that aesthetic. It's not identical in all ways. It is a direct drive turntable, which DJs prefer. And if I do get a project turntable or something like that, you know, something very minimalist, might be nice to, you know, use some of the features here to mix. You know, you can beat match using the slider. It sounds a little more organic than if you're doing everything completely using computers. Some people can do that. Not many. Burial. Okay. So I'm gonna put this down, and then I'm gonna pause because copyright strike danger.